WNYU FM 603 with Hugh, members of Love and Rockets, listening to Ball of Confusion, which is included on the new LP Express, but has other origins. And I believe, I'm trying to remember my notes here, released as a single originally, right?
Yeah.
A single.
It was the first single.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
yep, he says. You guys just get into town recently?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Very recently.
you here just for these kinds of promotional talks, or
Yeah.
you plan on doing any playing, or?
Yeah.
Yep. Any idea where you might play?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all over the Ocky.
All over?
42 dates with it.
42, huh?
42.
42 dates and 42 days.
I've been on the road
Near
now
enough.
for 42 years, and it don't seem a day too long.
We're sitting in the studio with Love and Rockets. Evidently, we would like for you guys to
Keeps
introduce
falling out.
yourselves. If you would, just go around the table.
Hello.
That was Daniel.
No, it wasn't. It was
He's the one
you.
with the muscles.
And Daniel has
Stop doing that, Dave.
Daniel has an artificial limb.
uh,
My name's David. I'm wearing a hat. And Kevin over there isn't.
I'm Kevin. I'm wearing the camera.
Kevin, Daniel, and David with us. Cameron, you plan on taking any photographs since you've been here, or
I'll take it here.
you got any interesting sort of New York situations?
No.
No, people,
Yeah.
or
You had the opportunity yet.
Gone.
the new LP is released on Big Time through RCA. It's the first domestic LP that has been available. How do you feel about having an album available to us more cheaply than all of the imports that we have to go chasing around and paying?
We're thrilled to bits.
Thrilled to bits?
No, yes, we are pleased.
Yeah, we are
You're
thrilled to
pleased.
bits.
Yeah.
I thought we were.
So,
I'm not going any further until you agree with me.
what are you guys scuffling about mentally over there? What agreement are you trying to find?
What? Who?
What?
No, you just
Who?
said until you agree with me, I'm not going to do anything. Were you saying that to David?
No, it's an obscure reference to an even more obscure English TV program.
I see. Even more.
Completely lost to anybody who hasn't seen it,
Right.
which is probably your entire audience.
I would say that's probably.
Sorry, private
That's
private
okay.
jokes on the air.
That's
Sorry
okay.
about it.
I don't
Especially
know.
especially visual ones.
Right.
They don't come off. Sorry.
Going back a ways to Tones on Tail, Go was released as a B-side on the red vinyl and also on the Canadian 12-inch, I believe, as well. True? Why was it not ever an A-side, or why was it hidden?
I thought the
so to
A-side
speak?
was better.
And so why was it not included, say, on the British import of the Tones on Tail collection?
Because the British import of the Tones on Tail collection was just for the first 3 EPs.
I see.
Because they were deleted and then people wanted to still buy them, so put them on one LP.
Popped on an LP, eh?
Yeah, we
And
never realised that.
We
it's
never
so-
realised
that it
what
would
was
be
going
so
on.
popular.
We didn't realise until it was too late.
right.
Good job and all.
And you guys have all been involved in a variety of things. David, you, for instance, worked with Jazz Butcher and some other people. How do you feel that how would you estimate your progression from the Jazz Butcher to what's going on now in Love and Rockets? Or how would you appraise it?
Well, I don't know if it's a progression. I mean, it's
Thanks
certainly not
very
a
much.
backward step either. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly happier. It's a happier working situation.
Mm-hmm. And so are there...
Although that's not to say that the working situation with the lovely Jazz Butcher wasn't happy, as
right.
it was, but it wasn't. It's sort of like 90% the Jazz Butcher, and then I was putting in my little bit. Whereas with this setup, it's much more of an intrinsic involvement in what we're doing. So
Mhm.
it's just more satisfying.
Right. Daniel, you since worked with Peter Murphy, guitars on the
No,
last
not
LP.
well, no.
No? What's this manic guitarist
deny it.
credited to?
It was just a 10-minute job.
A 10-minute job, eh?
No, really, we're just in for a few minutes.
Yeah? Will
I
there...
really wish I didn't do that.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, it's just the way it's put down on the record sleeve, as if I was involved with that album. I mean, the music that was created, it's not my sort of music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to be associated with it.
I see.
You know, it's not really. It was a favour. He just rang me up and said, "Could you do something on a track?" I said, "Okay," but I mean, I wouldn't have mixed it in that way at all. It's just I don't relate to it at all. So
Right.
I've forgotten about it ages ago. You know?
I see. So will there be any more working relationships with Peter in the future?
Well,
And
we're really busy with what we're doing. You
I'm
know?
sure,
I
yeah.
mean, this is taking all our time up.
Right.
We don't really know what's around the corner.
Mm-hmm. So the new LP Express, we just listened to one track, which is fairly old. Yin and Yang and the Flower Pot Man was
No,
released.
hold it.
Excuse me?
Hold it,
Yin,
mate.
Yin and Yang, the flower pot to man.
Man.
Man, not men.
No,
Excuse
man.
me. I apologize. The Flower Pot Man. Not looking
you
at my
don't think
notes.
we'd be so obvious as to put men, do you?
No,
It's not-
I guess
you should
not.
think about these things.
And it was also released as a 12-inch, a 3-song 12-inch. Is that true? Am I lying there?
Hang on a minute. No,
Yeah.
was it? Yes, it was.
Yeah, 3-song 12-inch.
One yes, one no, another yes. Yes, it was.
So on the import, so it was
Another yes.
Yeah, so we have 3 yeses and a confirmation on that. It was released on a 3-song 12-inch, right?
Yeah.
And it's also included on this LP. Now,
Is it?
Yes. Is
Oh.
this
Can I contradict this? Sorry.
Yes,
I mean,
please do.
It was. In
It
fact,
was.
a
It
two-track.
certainly was.
2-track
Yeah,
12-inch?
the other side is called Angels and Devils.
Exactly. So now it's
One no and 2 yeses still, and they're leaning towards the no situation. I think in essence, you know, we've
It's
got
the
a
no.
no. We've
It's
got a
the no.
It's a no. We've got a no
Yes, it's
situation
a
going
no.
on here.
Okay, and is there
Turn the volume down.
Oh, not so much the volume.
Don't go near me. Look at that.
Who
Look
is
at that.
Yin and
Tommy.
Yang, the flower
Flower
pot
pot
man?
man.
Answers on a postcard, please.
Answer that and stay fashionable.
And why did you include it also on Express, or was this your choice to have it? On
No, it was on
Express
Express first.
Mhm.
Yin and Yang, the flower pot man
Right.
you're talking about. It was on
Right.
Express first. It was
Eh.
released as a single in England after the album.
I see. But we didn't
So
get.
in effect, it was taken off the album.
I see.
Whereas in America, the first single on that record company that we're on is how flippant can you get?
as flippant as you want here.
Is All in My Mind. Nearly slipped there, didn't we?
Let's
By the Leather Rockers.
let's listen to this track. What do you say?
Hark.
And wait for the
I hear
Hi,
an
wait.
angel.
wait for the beer to show up.
Where's the beer?
You got any matches, you old fruit?
We're talking with Love and Rockets on WNYU FM's New Afternoon Show. This is from the Express LP. WNYU FM, the New Afternoon Show. Q talking with members of Love and Rockets. How you doing, fellas? Still okay? We got some beer in here.
Hello.
Settling down a little
We're
bit.
better now.
You've been
We're
doing
better now, Doctor.
been doing a lot of interviews today, and I've been
Yeah.
getting asked a lot of silly questions, I guess.
Yes, but we've been given.
Not silly questions,
No.
but they tend to be the same questions.
Mhm.
It's nobody's fault.
Right. So let's approach this one then and see if I can get around any corners that you've not had to go around today. Let's see. How about the sort of melodic approach to Seventh Dream of Teenage Heaven
We've
compared?
done that.
You done this one?
We did that.
Yeah.
Compared to
Yeah.
sort of the more
done
up
Oranges,
tempo
we've done
raucous version.
Yeah, but what about it?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Is there a different? Was that the idea when you started to record?
It just
the things in
it
Express?
developed in that way. Yes, when we started
We
recording.
didn't have any ideas though, as in, as in premeditated
We-
ideas, or are we going to make
or
a melodic
ideas
one here,
anyway.
lads?
Right.
It wasn't
No, we-
like that. We just made it, and that's the way it turned out.
Mm-hmm. So no conscious
Spontaneity.
effort, right?
Spontaneity, old chap.
Spontaneity. David, you also had a solo LP. David J. on Glass, right?
Well, there was a couple before then.
Yeah. So any more plans for that kind of efforts from you, or?
Not at the moment, because we're just concentrating on this
Mm-hmm.
this Love and Rockets
On the Rockets.
endeavour.
Right. We were just talking about Lucifer Sam as well, which
Yeah.
is on the B-side of Kundalini Express, which is a 3-song 12-inch
That's right.
that we've been playing for a while. Are you Pink Floyd fans or Sid Barrett fans?
Sid Barrett fans.
Sid Barrett fans?
Yeah.
Was that the sole inspiration for doing this song?
Well, it was just one that whenever we do covers, it's because we do it for fun,
Mm-hmm.
and their songs, their favourite songs, and that's all there is to it, really.
Right.
So there
So
you go.
Lucifer Sam would be a favorite. You guys, I'm just guessing. I'm trying to think of how old you guys would be. Late 20s, maybe? Would you say late 20s?
Ancient,
Yeah.
we are ancient.
5,000 years old.
Old as the hills.
And Kevin, you look like the youngest of the three.
Kevin Askins is 74 years old.
Trying to establish some age barriers here. You know?
Kevin's hair is young.
Yeah.
Kevin's hair is younger than him.
Right. And so the three of you have been playing together for how long totally now?
75 years.
Maybe how long?
What in this setup?
Well,
2 years.
Northern Rocket's 2 years. Tones on Tail,
75 years.
Daniel says.
Oh my god.
Daniel, do you enjoy? He says
9 years.
9 years.
On and off.
9
Been
years.
playing together.
Kevin, I've told you not to talk about that over the air. Yeah, what? Pardon?
So, do you run into?
I beg your pardon.
I mean, do people, when you go and play places, say the last tour, I mean, do they expect
move.
older songs, or do they expect things out of you that you don't necessarily care to do?
Not really. I mean, they whack whack. They expect. I think the last, Seventh Dream and stuff from Express
Mhm.
mainly, and the singles.
Do you do Tones on Tail stuff?
No, we did do one track Go
Mm-hmm.
on the last tour.
Which has been a very popular club
Mm.
sort of song over the years.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We did it once, but Kevin fell over, so we decided not to do it anymore.
How about the reception to the last tour? How did you?
It was great, really good fun.
Mhm.
It was about this time last year.
Right.
It's about 28 dates, and we had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. So, are there plans for another tour?
Well, yes, we're 42 dates.
You mentioned that earlier.
42 dates to Christmas.
Right? To Christmas.
Yeah.
So, are you here to start these dates now? Or are you...
Yeah, imminently. Yeah, in
Yeah.
about a week.
Somebody's
Yeah.
saying no. What? Yes, we start in Canada, and
we
then we come back over here.
And
And,
we'll be here on November the
12
12th.
at the Palladium, kids.
at the Palladium. So we can expect you on the 12th.
and then we go Midwest and then down south for the first time and then
Mm-hmm.
back to the West Coast.
So you're looking forward to a southern trip? I mean, is it
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting experience, no doubt.
Yeah, double barrel shotguns. Hillbillies,
Check shirt.
check shirts, moustaches.
And those are the women.
Let's check out Lucifer Sam, which is not included on the Express LP. Why is that? He said.
Well, I think we,
instant question.
can't put everything on everything.
Right.
I think that's a valid point, really.
Makes
Bloody
good
right,
sense to me.
bloody
Bloody
right, mate.
right,
Can't put
right.
everything on everything, can you?
You've got to separate it on
You've gotta
occasion.
separate it all the time, mate.
Sometimes you have to separate it more than you want to.
Well, if you
But
put
if
everything on everything, can you imagine the size of the record? You wouldn't get it on your bloody stereo.
The record would be 6
You would-
feet long. The record would be 6 feet long.
When you say-
The record
when you
would be
s-
6 feet
When
long.
you say 6 feet long, are you being specific, or do you mean approximately?
Never mind about the record, darling.
In preparing for the recording of Lucifer Sam, was there any sort of what kind of preparation did you do to do the song, or any? Just go on
Well,
and record
to
it?
Lucifer.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's like we kind of like we had
lit candles.
we lit candles, and we
Had incense
we
burning.
contacted Pan, and he said, "Do Lucifer Sam for me." Oh my God! It started. It started.
Is this something that usually happens after 10 or 12 interviews? I mean, is this
We've only done 3 interviews.
only done 3? You talk to
4 or 5.
yeah, mostly over the phone, or people come talk to you in person?
Bit of each.
Yeah, a little bit of each. Do you find
Yeah.
the telephone interviews somewhat straining or easier to talk to because?
Well, it depends if anybody else is in the room, because we, for the interviewer, it's obviously new questions for them, but for us, we're repeating ourselves all the time, and for the other 2 people in the group, it gets a bit embarrassing for
Right.
the 3 people in the group.
you guys,
Because, it's weird repeating yourself in front of the same people.
right? Are you interested in pop success?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, without a question.
Well, why not?
No reason not to be.
Yeah, which is,
Couldn't happen to some nice rich guys.
uh,
I mean, considering a lot of the things that we have to put up with these days. How about your the following in the UK? Is it as strong now?
Well, they-
Laugh.
Yeah, it's
They both turned up where we played in London.
that's it. They both turned up. That's it in a
No,
nutshell.
I don't know. We started off up north.
Don't be artificially optimistic.
I'm not artificially optimistic.
That's what I'm joking. Miserable person.
We
started
started
up-
up north.
Yeah,
We
up
started
north.
up north and we finished off down south.
That's right. It got progressively better. It did. It did get better.
Uh-huh.
In
Couldn't get
fact, we sold out the London gig.
You sold out the.
London gig.
Chortle, chortle,
Wasn't
giggle,
expected.
guffawing about.
So it's picking up,
Mm-hmm.
but there seems to be a general element of
Enthusiasm.
complacency,
Missing.
la, la, la,
And why do you think that is?
They don't like our music.
and, and pessimism.
Really?
They're just not
Within
interested.
When you say they, who's
I
they?
don't.
Both of them.
I don't know.
It's true.
David, you disagree?
Yeah.
Why do you say that? Why do you disagree?
The only reason they don't
We had a
like
good
our
night.
music.
We had a good night.
The only
We had a
reason-
good night once.
The only reason they
London.
don't understand our music is because they don't like it.
But we're going to still keep on doing it, mate.
No, we're not. We're coming over here.
And do it
Forget
here.
England.
Well,
It's much better over here.
Now, is England the same? I mean, for say all the UK, Scotland, Wales. Do you guys travel through Ireland? Do you go?
Well,
these
we
places?
only played 6 gigs.
Mhm.
You know, a few up north and one in London.
Mhm.
Thank God. So then we came over here. I mean, we don't really know. I mean, the idea is that next time we go over, the next time we play in England, it should be better.
Right.
But we have our doubts.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. It should be better.
Mhm.
It should be better. If it isn't, well, that's tough. You know, it's just.
Right.
the
But
way
we
it goes.
haven't really, to be fair, we haven't had much. We haven't done much press at all,
Well,
and we don't get
it's
played
not
at
our
all on
fault,
the
is
radio
it? They don't
because
want to
the
know.
Government only allow 4 radio stations, being BBC One, BBC Two, BBC Three, and BBC Four.
Now, with those government radio stations, is it impossible to get a record on the air? How does
It's
that-
very difficult
Unless
unless
you
you are
fill
blatantly
columns.
mainstream. It's
Or
very difficult to cut
whatever.
through into mainstream radio, and with contemporary music, sort of modern pop music, if you like, it's Radio 1
Mhm.
runs the whole thing, and it's pretty terrible station. I mean, it's very close. The doors are closed.
Mhm.
You know,
There's more
it's difficult.
time is allotted to DJs going off on ego trips and telling jokes than
Mhm.
playing music, which is ridiculous. Talking over records,
Making funny sounds,
interrupting records in the
making
middle,
sounds of
and
donkeys.
playing trashy records
Now, is that the case with
in general.
all 4 of the stations? You say they're BBC.
Well, I
One,
mean,
BBC
the
Three,
Radio
4.
1, which is
Well,
what we're
BBC
talking
Four
about, is
A great station.
plays the pop music.
Mhm.
You know, that's the one that just plays the pop.
The other BBC Two plays.
Radio 4 doesn't play any music.
No, BBC Two plays like middle of the
Mums
road.
and dads.
BBC Two. That's a
Radio Two.
oh,
yeah.
Radio Two. It's
Yeah,
a BBC.
BBC.
And Radio 3 is your classical bit.
I see.
And Radio Four is like what
Magazines,
magazine? Yeah.
Mm.
information.
Right. And are those the only 4 stations in England?
Well, you
Oh,
got
no,
you
there's
got your
no-
local
no.
stations as
I
well.
see.
Radio
They're like
Local.
spin-offs
They're
of Radio
run-
1 and
Well,
Radio
they're
2.
run by the
I see.
BBC as well.
Yeah, it's all government.
So there's
control.
a network headquarters. Say
Yeah,
in
you
London.
you don't really get pirate stations and
I
such.
see.
They're really strict on that sort of thing.
No.
They're
So it's
outlawed.
very political, the whole
Mhm.
setup.
So there's say a station in Bristol and a station.
Yeah,
Leeds and-
yeah, but they're all run by the BBC.
They're all
So I mean, the
interconnected.
music on the local radio stations is worse than Radio 1. If you
Mhm.
can imagine that, but it is.
So
it
how
really is the no hopers, you know.
excuse me, how does the music circulate then? How do you
Just
get the
through
word
people
out?
playing in nightclubs and just live gigs,
Mhm.
and then people get to it in those ways, buy
Mhm.
records in the shops.
Right.
But it's very difficult as far as radio goes. It's
Well, we're playing it here, and we're going to continue with the Express LP. It could be Sunshine. Care to say anything about this?
it could be
somehow?
sunshine.
Not today or tomorrow. It won't be sunshine, but maybe in the next few days you will get some sunshine.
Metaphorically speaking.
Hopefully, hopefully. It's 6:32 on the New Afternoon Show. This is from the Express LP. Love and Rockets. It could be Sunshine on WNYU FM's New Afternoon.
Then we turned it into a pop song, but it wasn't. Well, I thought that it needed. Still wanted to get that other one down on on tape,
Mm-hmm.
the acoustic version, because that was the original feel for that track.
Mhm.
So we just tried it at the last minute, and it worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
So we were really pleased with it.
And you mentioned the songs are a little slower on the LP or discs than they would be live. Why is that?
It's because we fire it up when we play live, you see. So we just play them faster.
Adrenaline.
Right? To ask sort of one of those silly questions I like to ask other bands, do you listen to anybody these days? I mean, do you have a favorite sort
Yeah,
of...
I listen to me mum.
To your mom. Oh, that's very admirable.
Do we listen to anybody?
Do you
What?
have any favorite bands? Or, I mean, are you Motorhead
Jesus
fans
and Mary
or what?
Chain.
Yeah?
Very
Yeah.
good.
The Water
Ah.
Boys.
Ted Hawkins.
Mhm. Ted Hawkins?
Yeah.
Blues?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's an old busker.
Yeah.
He used to play on Venice Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he's finally got around to releasing a record in
Really?
England. And he
Yeah.
came over there a couple of days ago.
Really?
I was fortunate enough to see him before we left.
Mhm.
It's really good.
So, Daniel, if I may say, your guitar work has improved tremendously over the years, I'd
Yeah,
say.
it wasn't
Yeah.
bad, wasn't it?
And
Yeah, it was a bit bad when you started.
I mean, do you guys do you consciously work at being musicians now? You say we're pros, we make records, we have to.
No,
do
we
this
don't
every
work
day.
at it. It's just that we've been doing it for so damn long that we should be able to play at a reasonable sort of quality
Mhm.
and quantity.
Your vocal style as well, or not style, excuse me, just your vocals as well.
Yeah, that comes through touring.
Mhm.
Just get a bit more sort of confidence and things and being able to put things across stronger.
Right,
It's just through practice makes perfect.
right. So the upcoming tour, what can we expect?
Pardon?
What can we expect? The new LP and
Lots of shouting and banging about.
Wailing,
Wailing and
general
waffling.
firing up.
On another LP, another new one, you mean?
No, the live show.
Well, it's
Oh, the
tour,
live
yeah,
one is the live one.
concert at all.
The Bubble Men are coming.
The Bubble Men. What are the Bubble Men?
1, 2, 3.
You wish you were a bubble man. You wish, you wish, you wish. You wish you were a bubble man. You wish, you wish, you wish. The bubble men are coming.
The Bubble Men are coming.
I like that. It's a nice song.
I'd say so. Thank you very much. We appreciate the acapella Bubble Man song. It was very nice. I thought so. You can tell us what it
A
means?
year from now,
Well,
the
you'll-
Bubble Men will be on the lips of the nation, and they won't mind at all.
Better that on the lips of the nation than what we've been talking about the last couple of days, that's for sure. No, excuse me, I didn't mean to throw anything that I shouldn't have out there. No political rhetorical statements on this. I mean, excuse me, fellas.
Bubble Men are
I'm really
apolitical.
apolitical, that's good.
Apolitical, asexual.
Hmm. So, you guys,
Lovely with it.
you have,
Lovely with it.
are there any do you have any inclination, say,
Sometimes
in the
sometimes
ill-
we have inclinations.
But they keep putting stuff in
Here
the
and
coffee,
there.
so it's okay.
in the ilk of,
Sometimes we come to some sort of an arrangement.
so you guys seem to be pretty much like fun kind of guys, not
Yeah.
We're kind of like fun, so
Yeah.
you know, we're fun guys. You guys.
all right, not getting too serious, like say, well, Billy Bragg doesn't sort of flippant sort of way, and
Billy Bragg.
yeah,
Who's well,
yeah, it's okay.
Billy Bragg?
I
What
like
about
Billy
him?
Bragg's
Yeah,
record. I was
just-
playing it on the plane coming up.
Yeah,
It's different to the other ones.
yeah, it is very much so.
Like,
Billy boy.
Johnny Mars.
Mhm. And-
Yeah, it's great.
yeah, man. Let's-
Yeah, it's really good.
Besides, do you have any political inclinations whatsoever? Is that a silly question? Do people ask that often?
No,
or-
no, as in political parties. No,
Right.
we're not really interested in that sort of thing at all.
Mhm.
They're all as bad as
Politics should not exist.
Okay,
No, it's just that. No, we're not
Fine.
really interested. It's not
fine.
our angle we want to play on at all.
It's fine for us. So you're supporting the new LP. However, the new LP for us anyway has a couple of older things. What is in the works for Love and Rockets?
Well, we were hoping to record another one in March of next year.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping maybe to record it in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be interesting the way they record instruments there and things. It might be a nice combination. But it won't be, anything like a dub. It won't be a dub album at all.
Mhm.
But it'd be hopefully a combination of the way they record things with our music could be something new and fresh. That's what we're hoping. That's
Now,
the
would you
You
plan.
want a rootsy sort of feel.
So you, as a drummer, for instance, Kevin, are you interested in getting down there and putting some other sort of ambient percussion on it, or I mean, would we hear any Jamaican influences?
No, well, no.
or-
The songs will be worked out as usual. We always work out before we go into the studio, just in a rehearsal room.
Hold on a
So-
minute, hold on a minute. Let him answer. Let him get the word
I'm
in
sorry.
edgeways, you bullshit bugger. Go on, Kev, go on.
Well, I've always loved dub
It's
reggae,
not a
and
dub
if you,
album, Kev.
I know, and if you listen closely, you probably hear a few dubby reggae sort of things in the past coming through. But no, we're not. It's not going to be a reggae album at all. It
Mhm.
just, I don't know. I think we're just going for extracting the soul a lot more. I don't know. It's just we're getting
The soul
more
of what?
soul.
Explain yourself. You know, the soul of the Jamaican soul you're talking about.
Yeah,
aren't you?
it's just
That's the reason.
yeah. They're very soulful people, and it comes across.
So we'll be looking forward to it whenever it does show up. I guess you guys.
Then again, we might do it in Kev's room.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. It's nothing confirmed. It's just a lovely idea at the moment.
Sounds good to me. We look forward to hearing from it. Thank you very much for coming in this evening and putting up with us here, and drinking beer and
Thank you very much.
kind of hanging around and not trashing the studio like some people have a tendency to do.
No, we're doing
Okay.
that on the way out.
Let's trash the studio.
And we have one more track we're going to listen to. You guys can exit to. And you chose An American Dream from the new LP. Any reason in particular?
Well,
Pertinent,
being
innit?
we're in America, we thought it might be relevant. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just sort of like crossed our mind. Oh yeah, we're in America now. Let's play American Dream.
Okay. And what would you say would be the influence for An American Dream?
America.
Did you have an American dream and that's where this comes from? Or are you sort of lamenting or satirizing what most people consider the American dream?
It's not a criticism. It's a. We're observing again. You know, it's one of those experiences we had in America,
Best thing you can do. I
coming
think, is
out
to
on
play
a
the
record.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thanks again for coming in. You got to come back next time you're around. And the Palladium, right? The 12th,
Yeah.
the 12th of
12th,
November?
Yeah.
So we'll be there. Have you
The
played the
12th
Palladium
of
before?
never.
Have you,
No, we
have you-
haven't,
Have you
no.
been inside the place now for what?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes. Apparently, I don't remember, but we were told we'd been
It
there.
must have been a good night.
well, it should be interesting to see how that works out. The place has changed over the years. I suppose that's it. Thanks for coming
Okay,
over.
well,
Thank
an
you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, I think it's Columbus Day now, so the appropriate holiday greeting would be Happy Columbus Day.
Sorted.
Or
Happy Columbus Day, folks.
An American Dream from Love and Rockets
We made him laugh.
Express LP. Excuse me, beer's gone to my brain already.
Hurry up, you're missing it.
You're listening to the New Afternoon Show on
Started.
WNYU FM,
Sorted.
New York.
Okay, so that.